It might as well be that, because nobody's getting anything out of it. I want you to do something the next time you're in a disagreement. When your spouse is speaking to you, this is the difference between active listening and listening. When your spouse is saying something to you, first of all, are you formulating your answer to what they're saying? Are you getting ready to defend yourself against what's being proposed against you? And when you do this, we do this with young married or premarital. This isn't our premarital counseling at Redeemers. We have them just stop and check yourself. Next time you're in an argument, when one person is talking, are you formulating your response? Are you truly listening to what is said? And 100% of the time, the kids came back and said, wow, we never realized that when we were arguing, we really weren't communicating, we were defending ourselves. So active listening is this. If your spouse is saying something to you and you're really listening, what you're going to do is say, so what I hear you saying is, and then you repeat back what you heard. What happens is, a lot of times, that the person who's making the comments will say, no, that's not exactly what I meant. And then you say, please say it again. And then they'll tell you again, and you're listening, and then you'll repeat back to them and say, oh, so what I hear you saying is that you feel like I'm preoccupied when you're trying to share with me how you feel. Yes, honey, that's what I'm trying to say. Instead of, your wife saying, you never listen, you never say, your emotions all coming out. And instead of verifying what she said, you're like, that's not true. I always listen to you. And it's like, no, you don't. Especially us men. Come on, let's be real. Right. We're not the best listeners. And so what happens is when you repeat back what they said, you add value to the person who's speaking. Because you're not looking to defend yourself. You're looking to understand what's being said. And you women are all shaking your head because you just want to be understood. My wife just loves it when she feels like I'm connected with her. And so what happens is that when you actively listen, repeat back without responding, you start diffusing the situation. And you really start hearing what's being communicated. And then sometimes when you ask them to repeat it, they take the emotion out of it. Oh, well, he really listened, so he's wanting me to communicate back. So it's like, I just feel like, you're gone most times 7 days a week. When you're here, you're still on your phone all day. And I look forward to you coming home. And when you come through that door, I've been waiting for you. And I love you, and I want to be a vital part of your life. See, that's much better than, you never listen to me. But that's how they feel at first. But if you diffuse that by not having a response and truly caring about what's being said, then the whole situation starts to diffuse. And then what happens is what I'll do to Tammy, I'll say, come on, baby, come over here and sit with me. And I'll hold her hand and I'll look at her in the eyes and I'll say, you know what? I know I've been preparing for this trip for Africa. I know I have been preoccupied. I admit it. And I say, but baby, we've been together for 52 years. Because we started dating in 7th grade when we were 12 years old. I don't recommend it, but God put us together. It's the wildest story you'll ever want to hear. But we've never been with any other person. Just the two of us together. And say, I hear you, sweetie.
I think we need to clap for you.
We're blessed beyond measure, man. I mean, I am spoiled with the greatest wife in the whole world.
Wow.
But it's because I listen. And she feels valued.
Right.
And then, you know, I'll say, you know, sweetie, I am so sorry. You are right. I have not given you the full attention I should be giving you. But you know, I know you love me. I know you do. But I just wanted you to know this is how I'm feeling. And then she'll lay her head on my shoulder. We'll kiss. We'll hug each other. And it's resolved. But if I were to say to her, well, you know every time I go to Africa, I got to have all this time. You know that. This is my 46th trip to Africa. When are you going to get it? I'm never going to get it because you do it every time. You see how the elevation happens? Take responsibility for your actions. When you're a knucklehead, say you're sorry. I'm telling you what, the Bible says when two become one, if your wife is not in a good place, you're not in a good place because you're one. Women, if you don't respect and value your husband and tear him down all the time, you're tearing yourself down. If you win an argument, who loses? Your spouse. So you're a loser. You both have lost. So the way to actively resolve a situation is through active listening. And then all you got to do is get a couple wins under your belt. You get a couple times where this works out, and it just smooths out your communication so quickly. But if you don't know this stuff, and people come in to counsel, and you're not really listening, if you're a male and you're counseling, and you're taking the man's side all the time, shame on you. Because we men need somebody in our lives that can tell us our breath stinks.
Yes.
Somebody that can be honest with us. And, you know, the reason why I can stand here and do what I do without any apprehension is because I left home on great terms. And when my wife called at the end of lunch, it's like, guys, I need you to get out of here. I'm going to talk to my queen. So I just took 4 minutes. And she's like, oh, baby, you didn't need to call me. I said, oh, yes, I did. I saw you texted me, and my heart started pounding. Oh, she's on the other end going, oh. Is that better than me saying, baby, I'm in the middle of a meeting. What are you calling me for? And what's the point? Because I'm so freaking important that she's disturbing me? Nobody's that important. But my relationship with my girl, man, whew, she's amazing. We're 64 years old and we're still giddy, in love with each other. And that's because we've learned how to communicate like this. And so, but if you don't know this and you're trying to counsel people, what do you have to offer them? You're just listening and they're puking, and you're listening and they're puking, and then they leave your office no better off than when they came. But when you use these techniques that she's teaching you, I'm telling you, marriages change.